Hey guys, welcome to the first episode. So this is the core silhouette. She is a 70cm rated at 32 pound pulling weight. I've had this bow for about 2 years now. I believe the new model of this is called the Silhouette Jet. This one's in green. She has a metal razor, which is this bit here, and Bow Sport limbs, which is a company based in Wolverhampton where I got the bow from. Now this bow, when I brought it, retailed at £69.99, so she's very much a beginner's entry bow. I love it. I've had loads of fun shooting it. I have got more expensive bows as well, but this one is my absolute all-time favourite. She's lightweight. She's really she's just an all-round great bow. Like I said, got this from Bow Sport. When I'm shooting with this, I go along with the Avalon Classic 500 arrows. They were £59 for 12. Absolutely brilliant arrows. When you buy this kit, it automatically comes with the string, knockers, arrow rest, limbs, razor, string, destringer, finger guard, arm guard. You can build it all up as well, so you can have like a bag, quivers, everything to go along, so you've got a complete kit. Obviously that brings up the price a little bit, which is what I did with this kit. I spent £215 and I got everything. Everything's colour matched with me, so I've got my green razor, I've got a green bag, green quivers. Obviously, as a massive Wolves fan, as some of you guys might know, my arrows, Fletchlings, are orange and black, with the orange knock string aider on the back. These arrows are at 26 inch, which is my pull length. So yeah, this is mine. This is the first video. I'm a little bit nervous, but hey. But yeah, this is my bow. I absolutely love it. So yeah, I don't know where else to go from that, but yeah, this is it. For a beginner, I'd highly recommend this bow. Even if you're an intermediate archer, again, this bow will do you proud. Boys at Bow Sports are fantastic. They're not sponsoring this video because it's my first video, but yeah, the guys at Bow Sports are absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic mail service. If you go in, you've got any small trivial questions or anything like that, the boys over there will sort you out. But yeah, this is the bow that I've got. I've also got the Avalon bag in green, and also comes with the bag is the tube for your arrows, again Avalon. Also we have the Bow Sports quiver, which is their own brand. It's Victor series. You know, you've got enough space in there for 12 arrows comfortably, which is and a little utility bag there as well, which is handy, you know, for keeping little bits in where you're shooting. It's got two utility pouches, one there and one there. extra foam pieces to hold your arrows in place so they're not rattling around and damaging. Arm guards, always handy. Always get yourself a good quality arm guard. Obviously, the more money you spend, the better the quality. I always prefer a leather one than some of these plastic ones, and I always go for a full length forearm one rather than a shorty. I just feel they offer you a little bit more protection, and the last thing you want is to be struck by the string of one of them bows, because trust me, it hurts. Arrow pullers, these things, very cheap to buy. You can pick them up from as little as £3-4 quid all the way up to a £5, possibly even a bit more, like tenner. But for silly little things like this, I always find Wish to be more than adequate. I think I paid £2 for this one. Comes with a little clip on the end so you can attach it to your belt or onto your quiver, onto the little hook on the quiver hook there. So yeah, I always find, you know, for little things like that, Wish, you know, isn't a bad place to start looking. I've actually got a Wish bow to review for a later episode, and trust me, for the money I paid for that bow compared to the money I paid for the silhouette, we'll find that, you'll find that one out later on in the next video. So you got your sight. I'm not quite at the stage in my shooting to use a sight, although I've been shooting archery for 5 years, or possibly even a little bit more. But yeah, this comes with the kit that I had, and this is £9 for a fairly basic sight. But yeah, one day I'll get around to using that, and once I do, I'll do a review on that as well. You've got your locking point gauger and ruler, all built in. That was £4, call it a £5. That was a £5. Well worth having if you install your own knocking points on your strings. I have done it a few times on other bows that I own, and on my dad's bows. That's another bow I'm going to be reviewing in the future, hopefully. So yeah, well worth having for a £5. So dry bags. I always carry at least 4 or 5 dry bags with me when I'm shooting. Not for, you know, keeping things dry, but primarily for putting the targets in. You know, they fit in nicely in a dry bag. So if you are traveling somewhere and it's raining outside or something like that, you don't particularly want to get your paper targets out the boot, and then they're going to get wet before you even get them to your target, say like in a leisure centre or something like that. A couple of dry bags, they're going to stay nice and dry. Always carry a couple. Also, finger guard. This one was £7.50 for an extra large, right-handed. Guys, I cannot stress enough how valuable one of these things is. I try and keep everything in its natural packaging, you know, because it makes it just that little bit easier to pack into the bag. You haven't got bits everywhere. But trust me, one of these things will save your fingers from a lot of damage. You can imagine when you're pulling back on a string that's rated at £32 pulling strain, and that's coming off the end of your fingers, this saves you from ripping the skin off the end of your fingers. And you know, if you're putting 12 arrows down a range, you know, 8-9 times, you are going to severely hurt these 3 fingers in the process. This thing basically stops all that from happening. Yeah, £7.50. This is a D cut one. Again, everything from in this video all came from Bow Sports. Yeah, it was 215 quid for everything, like I said. But yeah, these are, yeah, invaluable. They'll save your fingers from so much damage. It's unreal. Another arm guard. Like I said, I'll show you the difference now. Where have you gone? Right. Full arm guard, shorty. I call them shorties. It's not the correct name for them, but that's what I call them. So yeah, full arm guard, shorty. This, like, as you can see, this will fit the whole arm, the whole forearm. Okay, that'll fit the whole forearm there. Okay, so basically protects you from the elbow down to the wrist. And then the shorty, as you can see, only protects the lower half of the arm, which is great until your string catches behind the shorty and rips the skin off your arm, which does happen. Has happened a few times to myself, and trust me, it hurts. So yeah, I would highly recommend going for a full length arm guard rather than a shorty, because yes, it's going to give you some protection, but not a lot, especially if you get that string down the back of the shorty. And that is it, guys. That is everything out of my bag. Let's go on to the bag. So the bag is the Avalon Archery. This is the classic. I believe this one was 45 quid. So 45 or 50 quid. There is a lot of people, like my dad, who prefer to have like a hard case for their bows. I prefer the bag, purely because I can pick it up, put it in the car, and when I get to where I'm shooting, I can just throw it on my back and walk in, and away I go. Set up everything, and that's everything set up. You know, I've got it, just fits on my back. It's comfortable. It's got the padded back here. Yeah, it's an absolutely cracking bag, and like I said, that comes with the Avalon archery tube, arrow tube as well for the price. These you can pick up for as little as 3-4 quid, and then then you can go higher. But again, this came with the bag, so I wasn't going to say no. But again, you can pick these up off Wish for a couple of quid. So that's the archery tube, arrow tube. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much everything. So for the first video, I hope you all enjoy it. Please like, subscribe, and share. I'm hoping to do a few more, and basically try and do 3 a month or 2 a month, because I am a single dad as well, so it is a little bit difficult. But yeah, I've got bits on order from companies. I've got an A-frame on order, I've got a boss on order, I've got some targets on order. I'm not going to do a video on the targets. We all know what a target looks like if you're into archery. If you're new to archery, please follow the videos. I am going to be reviewing things more in depth, like the arrows. I'm going to do more in depth on them. I'll probably do an actual shooting video as well, with the silhouette and the Avalon Classics, the arrows. And yeah, and then like stuff like the finger tabs, I can show you that more in depth with when I'm shooting, because obviously you can't see much of it in a box, in a plastic see-through. But you know, I can show you more about them when I actually do a shooting video. You know, I can show you, that's pretty self-explanatory what it does. It pulls the arrows out for you. You grip the arrow and pull. Obviously you check behind you to make sure there's nothing behind you, so you don't poke them in the eye with the end of the end of the arrow that attaches to the string. So yeah, I will be going more in depth on some things and showing you how bits work. This is why I've ordered a boss and an A-frame. Believe it or not, I got both of them, the A-frame and the boss, on eBay for 70 quid, which is really good because some of the bosses can go up to like 75 to 100 quid, and A-frames can go from 50 quid to about 70 quid. So to get the both for 75 quid and postage from Norway, I thought that was pretty decent. So anyway guys, that's the end of this video. Yeah, like I said, please like, share and subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you get notified when I upload new videos. So anyway, take it easy. See you on the next one.